My name is Lacey Eads, and I am a high school music teacher in the Jackson R2 School District in Jackson, Missouri. I am a member of a 4-teacher team that co-teaches 5 different choirs at our high school. I also teach music appreciation and a general music credit chorus. One of the things I love most about teaching is that teachers continue to learn. I have taught for 7 years, and I think I realize every year how much more there is to learn about my students and about teaching. One thing I really want my students to understand is that I am on their side. One of my classes was having a discussion about certain entities that clash. It was heartbreaking to hear one of my students mutter, "teachers and students." He doesn't know I heard his comment, but it has reaffirmed my desire to connect to my students on their level and where their interests are. That being said, my desire for the next 5 years and beyond is to continually improve instructional design to meet the needs of my students. I do not want my students to feel like they are being held back when they come to my classroom. They are connecting to people all over the world when they are outside of the classroom. Why should global interaction be frowned upon when they step inside the school? I strongly believe students need to understand how to effectively interact with their global peers in order to be successful in their post-secondary careers or higher education. I would also like to see the instructional design of my learning environment geared toward practical applications of information. I can drill facts and my students can memorize and repeat information back to me, but I would love to see their learning go to the level of applying that knowledge. For example, my students can tell me the characteristics of certain musical time periods, but for them to search out musical examples online, analyze them, and explain their reasoning for placing their piece of music within a certain musical time period would be much better than simply memorizing a few composers for each musical era. While I would like to see new teaching philosophies that support self-directed learning and increase student engagement, I don't think completely tossing out tried and true educational methods is the best step for our educational system. I would like to see a balanced blend of both old and new methodologies. One interest I have is social media. I believe that social media is here to stay and will continue to be evident in many areas of our lives. I think it is very interesting that we see symbols that represent social media platforms in multiple areas in our lives. We see icons for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Flickr, Pinterest, and other platforms on everything from advertisements to church bulletins. I truly believe that teaching students how to use these platforms in a respectable manner is vital. As our school filter allows, I would like to incorporate social media platforms into certain aspects of my curriculum. For example, having students create Facebook profiles for composers and then having the composers interact on Facebook would be a great way for students to apply knowledge they obtain about classical music composers. I am excited to see how technology, specifically social media, will continue to be implemented into the instructional design of the coming years.